talk about Mikayla's divorce because I have a lot to say and no mental capacity to remember it. Future Maddie here. You're gonna see me looking down a lot, and that's because my script, which is on that giant chunk of paper that you just saw, is on my vanity. I'm literally like looking down at it the entire time. I tried really hard not to. Hot take, but I wholeheartedly believe that if Mikayla would have released this announcement of her divorce a little earlier, she would have like gotten away with it, or at least people would have been more sympathetic, because she alluded to having made this decision with Cody to like October, November, December. She likes to fib her way to fame. Now I'm gonna elaborate on that. Mikayla has been known to drop a bomb on the internet, get everybody talking about her, and then immediately after launch a product for her new brand. She's also been caught lying about products to get her bag, which is okay, I guess, in hindsight, and unless you are like her and you built your platform off of honesty, trustworthiness, and truthfulness. She has a very, 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 very bad habit of lying to her fans for money. And that is why she has lost so many of them. Now, something that Mikayla has done very well is she has built these parasocial relationships with her fans. However, parasocial relationships have been on a serious decline as of recently, especially with everything going on in the world. So while she may have been able to in the past say, oh, this is happening to me, guys, like, you know, I need some advice or whatever, and everyone would have ran to her. Right now, it's like, okay, girl, you've cried wolf one too many times. How are we supposed to know if this is real this time? Especially how in the political and economic state of the world right now, when the government has literally told us that everything we knew to be true is a lie, people are seeking the truth. People want to know exactly what happened, where it happened, when it happened. They want to know the truth. They don't want to potentially defend a liar. They don't want to potentially defend someone who is in the wrong. And in the entire divorce video, Mikayla's kind of pushing all of the blame on Cody. Not to mention the fact that she told everyone to sit down, and it was received so negatively because everybody is going through something right now. And while it is sad that you're getting a divorce, yes, we empathize with you, but people are struggling to pay their rent. You literally just went on the next day and made a video about how you're going out on a date, or you're going out for Valentine's Day, or whatever she made the video on. I don't remember. But it was like acting like nothing's wrong. So now it's like, do you really want people to feel bad for you? Do you want that sympathy? Or are you just like saying it to let it out? Back to when I said that everybody wants to know the truth. We know the truth about all of her scandals. We know basically every detail about Cody's addiction because of her. We know that she keeps racks of alcohol in the same vicinity of a recovering addict. We knew when Cody went to rehab and when he had gotten back. We also know that the biggest contributor of their divorce is the fact that Mikayla's life is too public. And she herself said she gets too consumed in the world of social media that she just forgets everything else is happening around her. Throughout the entire video, Mikayla's like, I want to protect Cody, so I'm not going to share these details of this and this and this. But fails to mention the only reason that we know all these things about Cody is because you weren't protecting him. You were airing out all of his business, all of y'all's business. So how are you going to say that you're protecting him when every single detail of your marriage, even fornication, has been put on the internet for everybody to know? Her entire relationship is public knowledge. It's public domain at this point because everything has been posted online. One of my favorite and like heartfelt moments that I really, really think about all the time is how Cody had sold his truck to get her an engagement ring, which really showed like his commitment and how much he really like appreciated and loved her. Like, that's so cute, right? What's not cute is literally like between us the span of like a month or two, Mikayla makes excuses as to why she can't wear the ring. She said that maybe she had gained too much weight and she like, you know, it didn't fit anymore. But that doesn't make any sense because you could just go to the jeweler and resize it. And then after, she pops up with this brand new ring, her dream wedding ring that she has in her hand on her ring finger, only because of a sponsor video with a brand. And Cody is sitting there right next to her, just agreeing. He is barely there. anyone can clearly watch the video and see that he's just uncomfortable and he's just saying yes to agree with her, so the video goes on. Mind you, at that same time they were making that video, Cody had not even been home from rehab for an entire day yet. Imagine you just come home from one of the toughest times of your life because you're trying to get better for yourself, but you ended up relapsing. That's already very shameful in itself. Like, you feel shamed. You feel like shit after you relapse, especially if you've been trying so hard to just not do it, to get better, to be better for yourself and the people that you love and the people around you. Imagine that. And then you come home to the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, promoting her dream wedding ring from another brand, making you sit there and tell the world that you love it too, even though you don't love it. Even though you worked so hard. You sold something extremely valuable to you to get her this very meaningful piece of jewelry. And it just meant nothing to her. Absolutamente nada. Circling back to the beginning when I said that Mikayla would have gotten away with this announcement if she would have released it earlier. Mikayla's very meticulous with her content, I should say. She does everything on purpose. She does everything very planned out. Everything is very linear for her. She could have just said, for those of you guys who follow me and Cody's relationship or something along the lines of that. But no, she said, you're gonna want to sit down for this. Where else have we heard that? I could name a few TikToks who use that exact hook, that exact attention grabber to hold on to someone's attention so they could get the views or the likes or the sale. Now, Mikayla, let's be so real and honest with ourselves. You did that on purpose. Because a little birdie told me that POV Beauty is coming out with a perfume launch soon. Oh my god. And it's your dream perfume? Oh my god. Now, I'm not saying... Well, I guess I did say that it was on purpose. Haha, LOL. But it's true. Like, anyone with a brain can see it. Anyone can tell that that is planned. That's planned and that's on purpose. Not only because she has an extensive track record of doing so, but because nobody does that. Nobody says, you're gonna want to sit down for this, gets their makeup done, sits in a golden hour in December to sit there and say, I've got a divorce. And it's hard for everyone. And then the day immediately after, get ready with me for Valentine's Day, guys. We're gonna look so good and we're doing so great. And like, my life is amazing. Nobody does that. And I understand that sometimes people want to just forget it's happening and they'll just go on with their day. They'll just go about their life. But this is obviously not that. Because even in the comment sections, which are now like turned off, she was only liking comments that are more sided towards her. Oh, you deserve to love yourself and you deserve happiness. Liked. Oh, I'm so sorry this is happening to you. Wishing you the best, mamas. Liked. Whereas the comments that are like, why'd you wait till now to tell everyone? And she'll delete comments like that. Mind you, again, this is not the first time she's done that. When it comes to like videos about Lashgate, when it comes to videos about literally anything, if it's not taking her side, she won't like it and she'll like either delete the comment or like send a hate train to them, which is crazy. Do not open the door if you don't want anyone to come in. Do not open the door to the public if you don't want the public to be there. Once you put yourself out there, you are opening the doors for criticism and you're putting yourself out there for like comments, whether they are love or hate. I feel like that is something very important when it comes to this specific situation, because Mikayla said in the divorce video, we don't want anyone speculating about our divorce, but how are you going to say that when every single little thing in your marriage you've posted publicly? Every single thing in your dating life you've posted publicly. Every single thing in your life you've posted it publicly. Everybody knows everything. So how are you going to sit there and say, don't conspire about my wedding and my divorce, when 1, the whole world already knows. 2, your whole relationship is public domain. 3, you sit there and you tell everybody this dude, like, your ex-husband's business. And 4, you're telling us about the divorce, telling us that you guys love each other and that you guys still do dinners together and that he still comes over and visits, but you guys are divorced. So obviously people are going to ask questions. You've been so open on the internet up till now. Why is now any different? And I understand that she wants to set that boundary with people, and she doesn't ever have to respond to any of them. But once you cry wolf one too many times, people stop believing you, and they're going to start pushing and prodding for more answers, for more intel, to be able to, like, prove that you actually feel a certain way about something. The way Mikayla acts and the way that she presents herself and the way that she will just go online and continue doing everything like normal and like completely ignore that issue makes it seem like she doesn't care, and she doesn't really do anything to like try to prove that she cares. And this isn't like an isolated incident with the divorce video. This is like a repeated incident, which is again understandable why people are pushing and poking and prodding for more answers, because they don't feel like she's being truthful to herself and her emotions, because she hasn't in the past. So what makes this different? Besides pointing out the obvious, this really just also showed her fans and the people who like watching her content where her values lie. Because her values do not lie with Cody. They don't lie with her fans. They don't lie with her family. They don't lie with her friends. They lie with her. Her values lie with her company, POV Beauty, and her money. And that's upsetting for a lot of people, especially when she had built her entire brand off of friendship, parasocial behavior, loyalty, trustworthiness, and honesty. Because now she's not doing any of that. She's not trustworthy, she's not honest, she's not loyal. And now what? If you stand for nothing, then what do you fall for? If you don't know yourself and your likes and your dislikes, why are people going to trust you? If you don't know what you believe in, then why should other people believe in you? She's just going to continue on and pretend like this never happened and the divorce isn't happening. And who knows, maybe next time, after POV Beauty releases a perfume, they're going to release something else. And she's going to come back on the internet and talk about how the divorce is really irking her soul. Because it wouldn't be the first time that she dug something old up again, just to tell everyone that you guys are going to see this dramatic shift in me and I'm going to look and be so different, just for absolutely nothing to change and everything be exactly the same. And we're going to be left here wondering still, do you really care, or do you just want your money's worth of attention? Things we'll never get real answers to for 500 points. Anyways, dolls, that was it for today. If you really enjoyed my yapping, you should definitely like and you should comment, because then it lets me interact with you guys, and I love interacting with you guys. It also boosts my engagement so people will watch my content. And before you go, subscribe. Goodbye, dolls. Mwah.